How is it going, boys and girls? Welcome back to Key West Waterman. My name is Aaron Young. It is a beautiful, little buggy morning down here in Key West, coming off of like 2 weeks of rain and wind. Quite frankly, I'm over it. But we got some good weather today, so I'm gonna head out and do some fishing. I got the live well. I rode around last night around sunset just because the wind laid down and was just kind of poking around, and I actually did see some live bait, so we're gonna go try and get out there early before the sun gets up-ish. I'm a little late, but we're gonna go try and catch some live bait and hopefully go fishing. I shall return. You got anything in mind? What do you want to eat?
What do you want? Snapper?
Snapper?
Yeah.
We will try. There's a big old barracuda head here in the bushes. That is a giant one. What a morning. Oh my gosh. Look at all the little sharks. See if we can get them. They look like little baby lemons or little baby bulls. It's hard to tell. Oh, they didn't like that. Let's get out there. I was driving around yesterday in the afternoon and tucked up in here, and there was actually a bunch of live bait, little pilchards, greenbacks. So gonna nudge back up in here and see if we can maybe, they were kind of spread out, but I brought some chum to see maybe if we can chum them up and get enough together to throw the net on at least. Ooh, big old pipe. So I'm gonna switch it over to my sounder. This little cut right here gets pretty deep. You can see it drops down. A lot of times they'll sit down in the bottom. Normally in the morning they're a little easier to get. A lot of times in the morning you'll see them on the surface flipping, but they do move around quite a bit. I haven't seen any yet. Not marking them either. Hopefully they're still here. You can see what it looks like on the machine. That was bait of some type on the bottom. That actually looks like it could be, but I don't really want to risk it. That may be mahua sitting down on the bottom. You can see that's the bottom, and that's a mass of some sort. Probably mahua if I had to guess. See, that looks like, that's all, I don't know if the camera picks it up. Really thick bait on the bottom. There's a couple pilchards mixed in, but this is for the most part all mahua, which is not what I want right now. Oh my gosh, they're so thick. Mahua is very valuable in certain applications. It's not what I need right now. Hopefully the camera picks it up. So if you're looking at bait like this and you're going, you know, how do I tell whether it's pilchards or mahua? See how slow these are moving? Typically mahua is gonna swim very slow. They're not gonna run from you. Pilchards or greenbacks, on the other hand, the second they see you, they're gonna run really fast, get away from the boat. Mahua is more likely to sit still in a ball. So I was there about 45 minutes trying to locate those baits, chummed a bunch. Just they're either left or they're hiding in a spot that I can't get to. Sometimes that happens. Conditions can change drastically overnight. So we're gonna go poke around. I'm rigged up for live bait fishing, and that's kind of what I had my heart set on. So I'm gonna go poke around and see if we can find a new spot with new bait. I was just cruising along this edge without my net loaded, of course, and I saw the mother lode. So we'll see if they stayed or if I didn't spook them too much. Maybe I can get a toss on them. I have a feeling I may have spooked them too much. Well, I think I got them that time. Those were the smaller ones. Oh yeah. I finally found bait. Just to keep YouTube being real, I have been out here for 4 hours. I've gone 34 miles. And I think I said it earlier, pilchards are really hard to find in the summertime, but the only reason I had planned on this is because I saw them yesterday and they weren't in the spot that I thought they were going to be, and I already had my heart set on it, and I put up the camera and kind of gave up on filming, but I finally found a few. So I've got enough bait. It's a beautiful day, better late than never. Let's go fishing. All right, let's go fishing. Water's pretty clear, so I'm gonna, actually, first I'm gonna try and get this big chunk of seaweed out of here. I'm gonna throw a few out for some live chummers. See if there's any jacks around or anything. Just using a little 4,000, 20-pound leader, a little jig head. What is that, maybe a 1/4 ounce? 3/8, I don't know, something like that. So there's just shallow rock pile. I'm kind of on the edge of it. Just gonna drift these baits back and see what happens. Whoop. Well, that was quick. Maybe too little bit of heavy of a jig. I feel like it's sinking really fast. You want it to sink slow. Presentation in the column just slowly coming down. Ooh. Woo. Acting like a jack. Yeah. Not my target species. Jack Crevalle, just a baby one. These things get huge. Ah, he's all right. And these little rock piles, it's not a sure thing. Sometimes they're really good, sometimes they're slow. But you hop around, spend 20 minutes, and the more you fish them, the more stuff will start to come out. Whoa. Maybe a school of jacks here. Once they sense all that commotion, everything eating in the water, actually no, that one feels different. Ah, a little mutton snapper. They sense the commotion. Everything gets going. Beautiful little mutton snapper. These guys have to be 18 inches here. Those colors. Whew, that was a nice thump. And I absolutely could come and do this with cut bait. I just feel like you can get a little more chance of a quality fish with live bait. Cut bait, anything eats cut bait, especially the little stuff. So if I can help it, I try to use bigger live baits. I feel like I get, like I said, better chance of more quality fish. Get it down. There he went. Get him up off the bottom. Oh, don't start with me. It's actually a pretty big grunt. That is not a bad one. If in a few hours I haven't landed anything, I would keep this guy, but I'd like some snappers or jacks. Yellow jacks, not Jack Crevalle. Hey! Oh yeah! I will take that all day. That is a nice mangrove, 14, 15 inches. Watch your fingers on these things. That's why they call them snapper. Man, I fight a nickel for every finger I've got caught in a mangrove mouth. That's a nice one. That one's coming home with us. So I felt for a second that fish ran across something. You could feel it dragging. I don't know if the camera will pick that up. That line is all beat up, so you want to replace that section, cut above it. This leader's pretty short, so I'm actually just going to replace the whole thing, but you run it across them rocks, you can see it tears it all up. A little bit smaller. Scared something. Probably a turtle, I guess. Goodness. Little grunt. Alright, so I moved out a little deeper, out to 20 feet. Another rock pile. I'm going to stick with the bigger jig on this one because it's a little bit further down. I want to make sure the bait gets all the way down there. Okay. What we got there? Little mutton snapper. All right, all right. Oh, sorry, buddy. Knocked him right on the head. The spot's actually, I can see it's a little bit ahead of me, so I'm gonna fish off the bow here. Anchor hooked kind of behind it. Ooh. Oh, baby. Nice mango. Oh, and he unhooked himself. Thank you. Look at that one. Don't spine me. Don't spine me. Look at that. That is a beauty. So you see they have these stripes on them sometimes. I rarely see the big ones with the stripes. I don't know if it's like a feeding thing. Some say it's juvenile, some say it's feeding. But that is still a mangrove snapper. Just sometimes they'll have that stripe on there. I'm gonna brain them. If you don't like this, look away. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. Bleed out. That spot started out promising. 2 bites right away, and then nothing, just radio silence. 20 minutes of nada. So pulled a nice mangrove off there. I'm gonna keep moving along. You guys often ask me how I find new spots. I feel like that's the most common question I get. How do I find new spots? How do I find good spots? You gotta look, or you buy them, or you have a buddy that has them, but realistically you have to look for them. So this is a trick that I do if I have the time between spots. I just pop the squat, I'm gonna sit on a bucket. I've got like 1.5 miles, and I'm gonna turn on the side scan and see if I mark anything new. I've got the, I think it's like a 3-in-1 transducer. If you don't have side scan, just turn on your bottom machine and see if you run over any rocks or anything. But instead of running to the next spot full speed and getting there, I'm gonna do a little different track to get there and turn the side scan on and see if I find anything. All right, next spot, similar depth. I didn't mark anything while working over here, but sometimes that's how it goes. Oh, hey-oh. Oh, those look like jacks. Oh my God, I already got a fish. Those look like yellow jacks. Oh no. You're not what I want. I want your yellow cousin. This is what I caught earlier, that Jack Crevalle. Whoop. Squirmy little feller. I'm hoping there were some yellow jacks mixed in there and those weren't all Crevalle. Crevalle, depends who you ask. Oh. Feels like a jack. Oh, the barracuda. Sorry, dude. Sorry, Bubba. Barracuda got him. It's a blue runner, not a yellow jack. Sorry, dude. I know, that sucks. Let the barracuda finish his meal. Oh, oh, he's back home. He's back home. What do I got? Oh, these crevalles. Oh, where are you out? Come here. Do not stick your finger in their mouth. They have some nasty teeth. Ah, these things are gonna tear me apart. I can't even get it to the bottom. They're just eating it. Gonna head to a new spot. Similar spot, little rock pile. Same depth. I have a polarizer on the camera. I don't know if you can see it. There's like almost like a horseshoe shaped little rock patch right here. Mangrove snapper. He's close, but I like to keep him a little bigger. Woo! I thought my camera was off and I wouldn't turn it on. That ate like a grouper. Yeah. Oh, it's a little gag. Beautiful little fish. Look at those little guys. That is a gag grouper. They almost, I've always thought this, they almost look like little lipstick imprints. Some of them, they look like lips. Everyone always asks me, how do you tell the difference between the gags and the black grouper? Oh, hold on. These just look so much more pale to me, and they almost have those little half circle things. That is a gag grouper. Beautiful little fish. So I'm gonna mix it up a little bit, head inshore. Started out pretty decent, you know, a couple throwback muttons, decent ones. Not keepers, but fun fight, and a couple keeper mangoes, some throwback mangoes. Got that nice gag grouper. Definitely some action, but it really petered off as the day, or the sun got kind of high. Still nice tide, the water's moving well. It is a little clear for rod and reel back here, but I'm gonna mix it up, head inshore. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I'm gonna run in there and follow my heart. Maybe fish some inshore spots, or maybe go hit one of the bridges or something. We'll see what happens. Check out this water. It's insane. Wow. It is 2:45, 2:48. I'm looking at this. I just realized I've ran almost 50 miles today. Been out here 7.5 hours. I have 2 keeper fish. It's a beautiful day. Having a great time. Just not the best day of fishing I've ever had. I've got a few more gallons of gas, but for what I want to do, I'm actually going to need a little more. So I'm going to run home, grab a quick snack, grab some more fuel, and then we'll head out here in a bit. But man, I've been after it. I've almost gone 50 miles. I didn't realize that. I was actually cutting it really close. I thought I had more fuel in there. And I was coming down my canal right here, and the motor started sputtering. And I checked the tank, and I'm pretty much dry. So it's a good thing I came home. Gonna have some food, take a quick sit down, and go grab some gas, and we're gonna head back out. Feel pretty good. Got some more gas. Had a cinnamon roll, 6 hot wings, and a slice of key lime pie. Feel pretty good. Let's head back out there. All right. We're gonna give a bridge a go. Mainly I wanted to get out of the sun. My calves are roasted. It's pretty shallow here, so going to a little bit of a lighter jig. I don't know if you can tell, the current is screaming. It's actually not a bad one. I'll wait till it gets a little bigger. What I love about these bridges is a lot of times it's going to be the same stuff, you know, mangroves, jacks, whatnot, but you really never know what could be hanging around a bridge. I've seen redfish in here, trout, Goliaths, a bunch of little groupers. I mean, you'll see all kinds of stuff around these bridges. I can't tell if my camera was on or off. I think it was off. There, oh, he wrapped me around the piling, but I think, oh, I got him out. It felt like a better fish. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Look at that. That is a proper bridge mangrove. Wow. Brain and bleed him. The camera was on. I couldn't tell what I got. I don't know if I got the bite. He wrapped me around the piling and got him out. I'm about an 11.5-ish. That is a very nice mangrove. Wow. Bridge for the win. Ooh. If that's a mangrove, it's a good one. Yoo-hoo-hoo! So 13, 14 all day. I'm out here for fish today. I can have 5, so I can have one more. Whoa! Feisty little buggers. Dang! That's definitely a keeper, but we'll try. We only can have one more, so we're gonna try and end it on a good one. See if elephants eat peanuts. Oh, I didn't even have the bail closed yet. Big one ate the little bait. Wow. Love it. I pulled away from the bridge. I'm pretty sure it was probably too noisy to hear me over there. I don't even know if you could hear any of the audio when I was fishing, but I had a great day. Some really nice snappers, like really nice. That's a great snapper. I think this is probably the smallest one in there, and that one's 14, maybe a little bigger. I mean, if that's the smallest one, I will take it. I was hoping for some, well, I got some other species, caught some mutton and jacks, and I was hoping for some yellow jacks. I actually do need a little bit more fish, but I'm pooped today. It's already 5:30. I covered some ground. I don't know if I filmed it very well, but I covered some ground today. And it's supposed to be really nice tomorrow, so I think I'm gonna dive. I had a brain fart. Oh, I was gonna say, I know a lot of you guys like the diving, some of you guys like the fishing. I'm not going out of my way to film stuff. I'm just filming what I'm doing. So, ooh, something over there's getting wild. Sometimes I fish, sometimes I dive. I actually haven't been in the water in a couple weeks. I had some, I have some stitches in my back. I had some stuff cut off my back, but yeah, I think it should be healed, and probably gonna be diving tomorrow. See if we can find some more fish. That is all I have out here. I'm rambling. I'll see you guys back at the house. It doesn't feel like it, but I went just shy of 71 miles. I think a lot of it was looking for bait this morning. I don't know, I can't remember how much of it I filmed. I covered some ground. 70.9 miles. I had a blast, by the way. I'm gonna let these sit overnight. Because I'm gonna let them sit overnight, I'm gonna gut them. I normally gut them out there, but I wanted to scale the bellies first because I want to try some of these skin on, this fillet skin on. But it's way harder to scale them once you gut them. So I'm just gonna scale the belly and then gut it. Happy basket. So I've got my scaled snapper. I'm gonna fillet it just like I normally would, except I'm gonna leave the skin on. Well, actually, I'm gonna do one minor difference. So I'm gonna take these rib bones out. Cut it real close where I don't really take much meat off at all. So I could just cut these pin bones out. I'm gonna try something different this time. You can actually do this just with a set of needle nose, just any pliers. But they do this on salmon, so I'm gonna try it on the snapper. You just grab the pin bone and just pull it right out. So like I said, I could just cut these out like I normally would, but just to keep the fillet whole in one piece. And you can essentially just run your finger down it. You'll feel the little tips of them, they'll grab your finger. You grab the top, pulls right out. All right, so I'm gonna start prepping dinner, and I can't remember if I said it, I think I did. I want to try the snapper with the skin on. I've been trying to do that for a while and I always screw it up, and you guys gave me a ton of feedback, so we're going to give it another try. I've got the fillets drying off. I think mostly everyone said the fillets need to be really dry, they need to be rested, and you need to put them on at a high heat and then score the skin a little bit. So maybe I'll just do it in smaller chunks. But anyways, I want to get the rest of dinner started, and lately I've been a fan of trying to use what we already have. I hate going out to the store every time I need to make something. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and make something just out of what we have left over. I've got some leftover cilantro, a little bit of red onion. I've got some limes. I think that's a shishito pepper, but it has a bite out of it. So we're going to use that, and then actually have this is from our garden, and we actually have a pineapple from our garden as well. So I'm going to get some rice going here in a sec. I want to make just a little kind of a salsa garnish with what we have here. So I'm going to start slicing, and we'll throw these together. Some lime juice. It's funny, cilantro, you either love it or you hate it. I don't think there's an in-between. That looks great. Now I'm going to try something in another bowl. In my head, this is amazing, but I don't know yet. And I don't want to ruin the whole bowl. I love heat. So I'm going to add just a teeny tiny bit of sambal. Madelaine's on her way home from Miami. She loves heat as well. Not a ton, it's not gonna change the entire thing, but just a little bit of. Yep. And cooking is taste. I know you guys like measurements. Cooking is taste. So I have that much. It's maybe 2.5 cups of salsa. I'm gonna do a tablespoon, just enough to give it a little heat. All right, so pineapple, red onion, the shishito pepper. I don't even think you're gonna be able to taste it after putting the sambal in there. Just didn't want to waste it. Lime juice and some sambal and cilantro. There's our salsa. So Madelaine's running a little late. I threw the rice in the rice cooker. I got one of those automatic ones. It takes like an hour. But Madelaine's not gonna be home till probably 8:30 or 9, so we're not gonna have dinner till late. And it is gorgeous out. So I decided to run the Ginu out for a little sunset cruise. Take Tipsy for a run some of that energy out. She's 13 and a half, but still going strong. You getting them? Go get them. It's just unbelievable. This is behind my house. It's my backyard. Unreal. I'll see you back in the kitchen here in a bit. All right, I'm back in the kitchen. Went for a little sunset cruise with Tipsy. Got my pan coming up, but look who I have. She's back from Miami with...
Oh, my plant babes!
What'd you get? Show us.
I got, well, this one's like the coolest. I'm gonna bring it to you to show you the light. It's a variegated alocasia.
Wow.
It's like, are you kidding me? This is nature. So cool. We got this cool guy. I got this one for you for your next to your office because it's like manly, you know, like trunk.
It's a very manly trunk.
But like funky guy.
I dig it.
And then this guy. Well, this guy was $5.
That is a steal.
This is why we drive up to Miami to go shopping. And then this guy, he's so cute. I got this from a store in Miami called Plant Daddy, and he was so fun. And look at this guy.
It's pretty neat.
Right?
I know you're probably thinking that's a long drive for that many plants. You should have seen how many her friend Courtney had.
Oh, we had, yeah.
Would she have, like 30 or 40?
Yeah.
Literally.
Oh, and then we got this beauty guy, so he'll be in like the background of the video soon. In this planter right here.
Love it.
Oh,
Tipsy looks pumped.
beautiful. Wow.
All right, so we're gonna get started. We've got lots of new plants.
Babe.
Plant babe. So I'm gonna attempt to cook this fish. I don't know what that was. Skin on. So I got a lot of feedback when it came to cooking fish skin on. I'd say the consensus was score the skin or do it in smaller pieces, bring it to room temp, and keep it very dry. So I kept these in paper towels, try to get all the moisture out. So I'm gonna salt and pepper these. Got the pan coming up. Medium to medium high heat, pretty high heat actually. The goal is to make the fish skin nice and crispy. Oh, I need to sharpen that knife. So a lot of people said score the skin. Some people said smaller pieces, so I'm just gonna go with smaller pieces instead of doing the whole fillet. Just salt and pepper. This cast iron, ooh, that's really hot. This cast iron is so seasoned. It shouldn't. So you can feel it tense up. We'll just hang on to it for a sec. You can feel it tense up when you put it down. It shrivels pretty. Ooh, don't do it. Don't do it. All right, so I held it down just for a sec. That seemed to help. Just long enough to where they will lay flat, yes. All right, we're getting there. So Will told me you want to, and I've actually done this with salmon, you want to try and cook them all the way through on the skin side down and then try and finish them. You can see how these are just a little bit of pink. It's pretty done all the way through. So once they get to that point, just flip them. And my buddy Nick actually sent me this little thing. It's got that little curve on the end. This thing is amazing. Thank you, Nick. Maybe a minute on that side, not even. They should be done.
Oh man.
Doesn't look too bad. I'm curious to curious to hear what you think about the salsa.
I'm still gonna take a picture of the fact that I just came home for this.
Grab a picture. If you didn't take a picture, did it actually happen?
Well, I'm actually gonna send it to Courtney.
Well, she's wrangling 30 different plants.
Yeah. Wow, babe. Well, presentation is beautiful. Oh, I hear crunch.
All of crunch.
Oh, I can hear it. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
So get a little bit of that salsa.
Salsa's good.
It's got a little bit of kick on it. I put a tablespoon of sambal in it with the sweet pineapple.
Good idea, babe. Is that what the red stuff is?
And the fish, yeah.
Gotcha.
The fish is a little savory. You know what I should have done was done just a little bit of butter in the pan to give it a little more savory clash, but it's really good.
The salsa is delicious.
Crunchy.
Ooh.
You
Got a little kick there. Yeah, you crushed the skin this time. Like it didn't curl and it's like super crunchy.
I can feel the crunch.
Yeah.
Thank you everybody for the skin tips. That was the first time I've successfully got it to crisp and not just fall off the fish.
Right. This is why you don't have clean shirts.
Look, I didn't even get anything on it. They're good? You're just saying that?
The crunch?
A little bit of crunch in there. I thought it was cool that it was our pineapple.
I know.
I kind of just used everything that we had left because we had a little bit of red onion left. We had some limes. I didn't go out and buy anything.
That's how we want to live our life.
Yep.
Love it. The fish is delicious.
I'm happy with that.
And it's still, even though it has the crunch, it's still very moist. Like the fillet itself.
I didn't salt and pepper the other side.
I think it's perfect.
But
you don't need to because the.
Man, I got way too much rice. I just realized.
That's why I was laughing at our plates.
But that is all we have on this one. Anything you want to share?
No, I just drove a total of like 8 hours in 2 days. I'm tired.
8 hours in 2 days.
I drove the whole time. Are you not proud of me?
I'm very proud of you.
Courtney didn't drive at all.
Normally you just sleep.
I know. So I drove and I was like in control.
Anytime we go on a road trip, I drive. And now it's like, oh yeah, the drive's not that bad. Well, you sleep the entire time.
Yeah, it was good. I drove in South Beach too. Like I deserve extra points for that.
That's great.
There was so much traffic, but it was great.
It's always busy there.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for coming along. If you have any questions, what I'm doing is when the episode comes out, the first hour, I get on there, answer questions, and then I like I said, I do my best to get to them. But first hour of the episode, we will see you on the next one.
Oh.
Okay.
I was gonna say, actually, I do have something to share. If you're ever in South Beach, I strongly recommend going to this restaurant. It's a rooftop restaurant and bar called Water, W-A-T-R. It was amazing. It was like Thai Asian cuisine, and it was on the rooftop by the beach. And
good views.
Oh yeah, sunset over the water. Got a breeze. It was perfect. Not sponsored, obviously. I wish it was sponsored. That was amazing. But no, it was great. I want you to come to that sometime.
Just a good, honest review.
Oh yeah, just amazing. So good. Anyway.
Check out Water.
See you in the next one.
Later.